Hello, friends. This is Deepak Gupta again signing in on this platform of collegedeco.com. And today we will be talking about one of the most lovable investment options, financial derivatives. So, we will study, understand what financial derivatives are, what financial derivatives are actually. So, before we start, friends, we need to understand. Hmm, I was just checking that there's no disturbance in between. Yeah. So before we move on with this topic, friends, we have to understand one basic thing that the things which are too sweet, too lovable, they also cost a bit more than the others. The financial derivatives are, I should say, similar kind of investment options. So they are more of speculation than investment. Why that is so, that we will be discussing. So they are lovable because they can give you profits in just a pinch of time. And the vice versa is why they are expensive? Because they're lovable. Why? Because if there is a loss, then this loss is bearable, or I should say it is too much unbearable, and it can be huge depending upon one's appetite, but it can be huge. So before I get into the derivatives, we have to understand two things, financial and derivatives. So derivatives are something which are implied from an underlying financial asset. So we have to first understand the meaning of the word financial assets. Though there are different kind of financial assets, but equity denotes what? इक्विटी क्या है? किसी भी कंपनी में आपकी ओनरशिप। और दूसरा फाइनेंशियल एसेट क्या हो सकता है? डेप्ट इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स। तो इन दिस demo session, we will be primarily focusing about the equity. What equity is that if we have a company, then company primarily has two people who have put their money for the growth of the company. One, they are the owners, and other they are the debt holders. Now, what is the difference between the two? The person who own the company, they will share the profits. So if there is profit, then they will get the share. If there is more profit, then they will get more share. But if there is no profit or loss, then they will get nothing or they will share the loss. But when we talk about the debt holders, they have provided money to the company on a precondition that they will be getting a interest which is fixed irrespective of the profitability. And secondly, there will always be a repayment of debt. Whereas in case of owners, there is as such no surety about repayment. Repayment होगी कि नहीं होगी, that depends. So in a company, the person who have provided this fund as owners, we use this as equity capital. And what happens? For example, if a company says, I want to raise a equity capital of say rupees 50 lakhs. Now, what they do, they divide this capital into parts, shares of equal value. So we say the value of each share is rupees 10, then we say this is the face value. So it denotes the share has a face value of rupees 10, and there are 5 lakh shares which we use the word equity shares. So everyone who has put the money, for example, if I want to invest in this company and I am purchasing 2000 equity shares, so it means 2000 into 10, I am putting 20,000 rupees in the company and I will get the proportionate profits. Now, how can the company arrange this? That company can directly sell the shares to the interested investors, and then they can arrange the money, they can receive the money, and we normally use it the word primary market. This primary market is commonly known as IPO, initial public offer. And the second thing is that the money or these equity shares are traded in the secondary market. A secondary market is, for example, कंपनी ने डायरेक्ट शेयर इशू करे मिस्टर ए के पास, अब मिस्टर बी वांट्स टू बाय बिकॉज व्हेन द शेयर वाज गिवन टू ए sorry B was not interested, or maybe B didn't had the money at that time, but now A has the shares and B want to move in. So it may be a mutual consent that B want to move in the company and A wants to move out. So what they will do, A will sell equity shares to B and receive the money in return. Now that consideration can either be equal to the face value or more than the face value or less than the face value. So if this is the case where the money is given is more than the face value, then in this way, A is rewarded, A is getting profits. So this secondary market transactions are what we are concerned about at the moment. And these secondary markets are done through stock exchanges, and these stock exchanges have to be governed by the SEBI. And if that is the case, then we use the word recognized stock exchanges. For example, in India, we have two recognized stock exchanges, NSE, National Stock Exchange, and BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange. This is one of the oldest, and this is at the moment one of the biggest with the humongous transactions. So, and trading on these equity platforms on this NSE and BSC is done through brokers, and all these brokers and all those people, they are governed by the SEBI. They are governed by the SEBI. So we should say that a company may have raised the money in the primary market, and once the share has been issued, then the shares can be traded in the secondary market on a recognized stock exchange, and that is why we say these are listed companies. So summary is that the shares of listed companies are traded on NSE and BSE under the control and guidance and I should say regulatory control of SEBI, that is Securities Exchange Board of India. So what is happening here, that if a person has 100 shares of Reliance Industries Limited. So these are in its portfolio. These 100 shares denote the financial assets as acquired by the investor. The face value could have been 10, but it depends on the market value which have been trading on this stock exchanges, which are normally similar. So, for example, if I purchase 100 shares at the rate rupees 2000 per share. So I have invested 2 lakh rupees, which are my financial assets. And in future, if this price on this stock exchanges goes down, then I will get the loss if I want to sell. If I don't want to sell, then there is no loss. Similarly, if the price goes up, then I can sell and make the profits. And if I don't sell, then that profit is all in the books. That is all fictitious profit. And it means your book value of the asset will remain at 2 lakh, and whatever the fluctuation in the price is, that is your notional profit or loss, which will be booked only if you sell or write off your financial assets. Now, what I am stressing on, that what this financial derivative implies. So financial derivatives are more or like, if I say technically, financial derivatives are the assets which derive their value from an underlying asset. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इक्विटी के कारण फाइनेंशियल डेरिवेटिव्स बनेंगे, और ये फाइनेंशियल डेरिवेटिव्स प्राइमरली तीन तरह के होंगे. हम एक को नाम देंगे फ्यूचर्स, एक को नाम देंगे ऑप्शंस. ठीक है, और एक तीसरा वर्ड है फॉरवर्ड. तो फॉरवर्ड इज मोर और लेस सिमिलर लाइक अ फ्यूचर. तो प्राइमरली वी हैव two things, or primarily we have two kind of financial derivatives. One is the future and another is the option. Future requires more investment. It is less risky, so maybe it may be less profitable. And vice versa goes with the option. So when I started, I said these are the most lovable and the most riskier. So options are most lovable because they have the highest risk and may create highest profit. So options are one of the most traded financial derivatives on NSE and BSE. And what actually they are? They in a way denote a kind of bet. For example, let's take a date of today. Today is 14th December 2021. And today, the price of Reliance Industries Limited, and this is more or less actual because I follow them practically, is around rupees 2385 per equity share. So if I want to buy 100 shares today, I can invest 238 500 and that will be an asset that will be created in my books. And why I'm buying it? Because I want to sell it in the future. And I believe नाउ बिफोर यू मूव ऑन फ्रेंड्स, ऑब्वियस सी बात है, अगर मैंने आज शेयर खरीदने का प्लान बना रहा हूँ और मुझे लगता है कि फ्यूचर में ये प्राइस गिरेगा, तो मैं आज क्यों परचेज करूंगा? तो मुझे लगता है कि फ्यूचर में प्राइस बढ़ेगा एंड आई बिलीव दैट ऑन 24th December 2021, presuming it's a working day on that day, no holiday, so the price of this Reliance Industries share will be around 2450. So what I believe that there will be a profit of rupees 65 per share, and because I have bought 100 shares, so I believe I can make a profit of 6500 in just a matter of 10 days. Now it may or it may not happen because nobody is sure what will be the price of the share in the future. But point here is that the way I am believing that the price will go down, there may be some people who will believe that the price on this 24th December 2021 will not be 2450, it will be around 2350. So we have two people, one myself A, another B, who have contrasting view. One believes that today's price of 385 will go to 2450, and another believes that the price will go down, it will be 2350. Now what we can do, that because he's sure that the price will not go down, then he can give me an option. What is the option? For example, if I say that I will be able, because he is saying उसको लगता है कि प्राइस तो नीचे जाएगा, so what he is saying that because the price will be 2450, so he can offer me that either you confirm that the price will be 2450 or you believe that the price will not be 2450. What I'm saying that before I talk about anything about option and future, we have to understand that if I buy a simple financial asset, that is equity, then it is an asset acquired by me. And if the price goes up, I can sell and I can book the profit. If the price goes down, then I will not either sell it, or if I sell it, then I will have to book the loss. But what I'm looking for here, the crucial point is that if I have to buy these 100 shares, I need rupees 2,38,500, and I may not have this money because once I invest this, only then I will be able to get this 6,500. So to make profit, I need to have a money of 23,500, and there has to be a surety that the price goes to 2450. Only then I will be getting this profit of 6500. ठीक है. Now what that other person is thinking, that he believes that he should not buy at the price of 23.85, because on this 24th December, on this 24th December, the price will be 2350. So he is waiting for the price to come down and then to buy. Now, if that happens, then we are just dealing in the equity shares in the secondary market, and that is not financial derivative. But if somehow we both match, because I was believing that the price will go to 2450 on 24th December 21. So I say that please give me the equity share of Reliance at the rate 2400 on 24th December. So I am saying, because I believe that the price will be 2450, and if he assures me to give the shares at rupees 2400, then I believe that I can earn rupees 50 per share, because I will get the share from him at rupees 2400 and will sell it at 2450. So what is happening, instead of actual buying a share, this difference in the price, any price above than 2400, will be the profit of A. And why he is selling? Because he believes that the price will be 2350. So he believes that if he assures me to buy at 2400, then he can easily buy it from the market at 2350, and he will sell me at 2400. So he believes that he will be in a profit of rupees 50. So this opposite estimation, this opposite anticipation of the market helps me, we both helps both of us to enter this kind of contract. Now, in this case, there will not be any transaction of the equity share in actual. Only the difference in the price as on 24th December will be taken into consideration. So anything above 2400 will be beneficial to me, and anything above 2400 will be beneficial to him. Now, what will happen? That depends on that date. And because we both are entering mutual consent to decide on this 24th December, so there can be some charges which we use the word premium, which may or may not be there depending upon, or how much will that be there, it depends upon the nature of equity share and the time period and market conditions. But in this case, if we mutually decide to close the contract on 24th December, assuring that if anything is above 2400, then A will be profitable, and if anything is less than 2400 will be profitable to B, and that what you call a contract which will be completed on a future date. That is why we use the word future derivative. In a way, it has been entered into on 14th December to be completed on a future date, that is 24th December. But what is happening here, that it is forcing both of us to complete the contract. Another way is that because B understands that the price will be less than 2400, and A is believing then the price will be more than 2400. So what can be done? B gives me an option to buy at the rate 2400, ठीक है, on or before 24th December. तो या तो डिसाइड होगा 24th December पे ऑन, या उससे पहले. ठीक है, अगर उसी डेट पर डिसाइड होगा तो इट्स अ डिफरेंट सिनेरियो. वी विल यूज दिस वर्ड. आई विल जस्ट टेल यू व्हाट इट इज. And it can also be decided on any date above, oh, sorry, before 24th December. So what is happening, that B is giving me a chance to buy at 2400. So I am believing कि जो शेयर मुझे 2450 का मिलेगा, मुझे बी अश्योर कर रहा है कि वो मुझे 2400 का दे देगा. जबकि बी के मन में क्या है कि यार ये तो 2400 के नीचे होगा, मुझे तो प्रॉफिट होना ही होना है, मैं बेच दूंगा, इसको क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है। बट ही इज अश्योरिंग मी। Now, when he assures me, then he wants, because he's taking risk, he want to cover that risk, or he want some money, some consideration for that risk. And that is what we call premium. Premium for giving me an assurance that you can buy at 2400. So because I am sure that it will be 2450, and he's assuring me to buy at 2400, and for example, he's saying that give me a premium of rupees 20 per share. So I believe that because I am making a contract for 100 shares, I will pay him just rupees 2000 now. So without making an investment of 2,38,000 something, I am just making a payment of rupees 2000, which is assuring me that I will get the share at 2400. So I am getting assurance of 2400, and I believe that the price will be 2450. So what I will get? I will get rupees 50 per share as my profit. And because I have paid this 20, so this 20 once paid is my cost, which will never be refunded. So 20, this I have lost. So I believe that I will make a profit of 30 per share. And because I have purchased this option for 100 shares, I will get a profit of rupees 3000. So what is happening here? I am getting a profit of 3000 by just making an investment of 2000. That is why I said they are beautiful, because as per percentage, as per the investment, it is a huge profit. But why I said that they will be having a huge cost, or they will be risky? Because once I pay this 20, they are not refundable. Because if on that particular date price just becomes 2410, so I just get a profit of 10 and I paid 20, so actually I am in a loss of rupees 10. So actually I have made a loss of 10 into 100 shares, that is a loss of 1000 rupees. Similarly, if on that particular date the price is as what we expected and it is say 2360, so this chance of me to buy at 2400 is useless, because why will I go to B and buy the share at 2400 when in the market it is available at 2360? So that person B is now free. He has got 20 into 100. This 20, see this 2000 is the profit earned by the B, and to A, this is useless, and now he has lost a 20 per share into 100. That is the 2000. So what is happening? That A is not forced to buy. A is not forced to buy and B is not forced to sell. There is no actual transaction of the equity. It is just a assurance that if you want, you can buy. That assurance to buy is what you call option. Call denotes option to purchase, and we write it CE. So because it was a Reliance Industries Limited, it was applicable for 24th December, and it was for 2400 rupees. So that is how this will be shown as a financial derivative, that is option. And by this name, it will be traded on the stock exchanges, traded on NSE and BSE. What it denotes, that the company's name will be 100 Reliance Limited, date is 24th December, and its CE denotes call option, that is you want to buy at the rate of 2400. Now in this case, what is happening? The maximum profit for the B and the maximum loss for the A is fixed. B cannot have a profit more than the premium paid, that is 20 into 100. So this 2000 is the premium received. This is the maximum profit to be earned to be earned, or that can be earned by B. And this B is known as call writer. What you call it? Call writer. And for him, 20 into 100 minus this minus 2000 is the maximum loss. But as the price of the share can go anything 24, 25, 26, so the chance of earning the profit is maybe unlimited. So this chance of getting unlimited profit prompts A, and here the A is known as, ठीक है, ये कॉल राइटर है, ये कॉल बायर है, ठीक है, इसको हम लोग ऑप्शन बायर भी कह सकते हैं, ऑप्शन बायर, कॉल ऑप्शन बायर एंड कॉल ऑप्शन राइटर. So what is the beauty that there is no actual transfer of equity shares, but still there is a kind of asset which is to be traded, but its value of this 20 and whatever the profit loss will be determined by the actual price of the Reliance Industries Limited. That is why we said that financial derivatives are not actual financial assets. They derive their value from an underlying asset, that is the equity. So here what is happening, that call writer has a maximum limit on the profit, but there is no limit on his loss, because as much the price goes up, he has to compensate. So the call writer has a limit on the profit, which is a premium received, but he has no limit on the loss. Whereas the call buyer has a maximum limit on the loss, but there is no limit on the profitability. That is why this is going with a heavy risk. That is why more is the risk, more is the option premium. And another more important thing, here I was talking because I was believing that the price will go down. If I believe that the price will go down, in the above case the price was going down, that is why I was looking to buy. But if I say here A is sitting at 2400 and he believes that the price will go down, then he wants to sell at a higher price. And another person believes contradictory, that it will go up. So the way we created an option to purchase, we can also create an option to sell. We can also create an option to sell, and that is what should denote PE, put option. That is, so we use this word put. So these options can either be call option, option to buy, and put option, that is option to sell. And in both the cases, the person who is buying, that is the buyer, has limited loss but unlimited profit. And the option writer is vice versa. He has a limited profit and unlimited losses. That is why more and more people are called or put option buyers. Writers are those which have huge capital and has the capacity to pay. That is why it is not easy to become a call writer, because that need more funding and it involves more risk. So only people are becoming call and option put option writers only if they are sure about what is going to happen. Otherwise, most of the people are becoming call or put option buyers because that limits their loss. And the one thing which I said I will be telling, that I said in this case that if I entered into the contract to settle on a particular date, that is 24th December, so it this option had a date of 24th December, and I said it can be entered only on that particular date or any date, or ऑन और बिफोर, यानी कि आपको चॉइस दिया जा रहा है कि आप या तो सिर्फ 24 पे शटल करिए या 24 तक जब मर्जी सेटल कर लीजिए। तो ये वाला बेटर है, जिसमें ऑन और बिफोर वाला ऑप्शन है। तो इन ऑप्शंस को बोला जाता है अमेरिकन ऑप्शंस। और जहां पर सिर्फ एक पर्टिकुलर डेट पे सेटल होगा, वी यूज द वर्ड यूरोपियन ऑप्शंस। So normally in India, these European options are more like futures, because futures are always also settled on a particular date effectively. So normally option American option trading is one of the most usable form and one of the most profitable forms, and also one of the most loss making forms, because it involves a huge risk which have been going on into the market. So people can either deal in the equity, people can also lead in the future, or they can trade in the options. But if they are trading in equity, then it's a kind of financial asset. Normally use the word investment. Normally, it can also be speculation. And when the people are trading in futures and options, then they are financial derivatives, and they are not investments. They are speculations, and there is quite a huge chance of loss from speculation. That is why financial derivatives is a beauty that give you profits as much you want, or it can also give you losses, which will be which will be very hard to digest. But try to be, if you are more interested in getting profits and you want that I will be, or you are ready to take risk, then you can become option buyer, whether it is call or whether it is put. But what these derivatives are, this is a basic outline on which platform we can always discuss. When we will move on further on this platform, then I will again discuss in detail what is or how to trade in call and put options. But primarily, they are futures, they are forwards, they are more or less same. Only difference is नॉर्मली इक्विटी में फ्यूचर्स होते हैं और एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोड्यूस में, कमोडिटीज में फॉरवर्ड्स होते हैं। तो आई शुड से फ्यूचर्स आर अ लिटिल बिट मोर स्टैंडर्डाइज देन फॉरवर्ड्स। तो बेसिक कैरेक्टर से फ्यूचर्स और फॉरवर्ड्स एक ही होते हैं, बट फॉरवर्ड्स कस्टमाइज्ड हैं, मतलब जो दो पार्टी हैं वो आपस में क्वांटिटी, प्राइस, डेट्स कस्टमाइज कर सकते हैं। और जो फ्यूचर्स हैं दे आर स्टैंडर्डाइज, मतलब जिस स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पे आप डील कर रहे हो उस पे पहले से फिक्स कर रखा होता है कि किस डेट पे सेटलमेंट होगी, कितनी क्वांटिटी होगी। एंड ऑप्शंस आर आल्सो स्टैंडर्डाइज, बिकॉज जिस स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पे आप डील करोगे, जिस इक्विटी में डील करोगे, उसकी डेट ऑफ सेटलमेंट ऑन और बिफोर, उसकी क्वांटिटी टू बी डिसाइडेड,